Just now, I can't spare another minute.
That's the whole root of the trouble. You ought not to do all this housework. Could you not get someone in?
A servant girl, you mean? Oh, no. My husband wouldn't like that.
Well, that's my professional advice. Anyway, I'll give you something in case you have another attack. Perhaps you can come in for tomorrow, Miss Brodie.
Do you think Mother will have any more of those pains, Doctor?
Now, Mary, I'll be all right on the day of the ball. She's worrying about the county ball, Doctor, I know her.
Oh, Mother, don't say things like that. Why, the doctor might think you really meant it.
Never, Miss Brodie. I don't know if it...
Angus, just look at your good trousers all torn and dirty. And there's blood on you. What have you been up to?
Well, I slipped and...
You slipped, eh?
Oh, don't bother, Doctor.
Got a hiding, did you?
Well, gave him some, too.
You better go up to your room, Angus. I don't know what your father will say if he sees you like this. You better not come down to tea at all. Now, away with you. Now, Doctor, you really will have to excuse me. My husband comes in at 5:30, and he's always on the stroke.
I seem to have mislaid my hat.
Oh, it's there on the hall stand, Dr. Renwick.
Oh, thank you, Miss Brodie. Well, then, when can I expect to see you in my consulting room?
Oh, I see. Well, it'll be rather difficult for the next week or two. You see, there's Mary's frock to be made for the ball, and... but we'll be seeing you there, so...
The county ball? I'm afraid not. I wasn't thinking of going.
Not going, Dr. Renwick? Oh, I thought you'd be sure to go. Why, everyone in Leavenford will be there.
Well, the fact is, Miss Brodie, I'm afraid I can't dance. I've never had the time or the opportunity to learn.
Oh, you could easily learn the polka. You wouldn't find it a bit hard. All you have to do is 1, 2, 3, hop.
Why, what happened, Mrs. Brodie? Good evening, Mr. Brodie.
Dr. Renwick called, Father. I thought...
Never mind what you thought. What are you standing there for?
Come on, Mary, don't stand there idle.
Good night, Dr. Renwick.
I said good evening, Mr. Brodie.
And now, will you kindly tell me what you're doing in my house? Answer me, do you hear?
Don't shout at me, Mr. Brodie. If you want a civil answer to your question, I'll trouble you to repeat it in a civil manner.
Well, what are you here for? It's not Angus, is it? Is my lad not well?
I came to attend to your wife, Mr. Brodie.
I have my own physician, and I send for him when I think fit.
Your wife's very ill. She has been for a long time.
And what are you making out to be wrong with her?
I can't commit myself to a definite diagnosis yet, but I'm
But you
afraid...
wish to put her to bed, am I right?
Yes, I do.
Chicken broth and brandy, no doubt.
Very good.
And pay you for coming thrice a day to feel her pulse.
Thrice a day will not be necessary, and you've got your own physician anyway.
Any other suggestions as to what is to be done in my house?
Yes. Your boy's run down and anemic. You ought to let him lead a more normal life.
I'll have no more of it. Take yourself away and don't show your ugly face here again, or I'll...
Brodie. You may like to imagine that everyone in Leavenford is in awe of you. Your wife and children are no doubt afraid of you, but happily I'm not. Understand that clearly if you can. Now, good evening to you.
Just a minute. What do we pay you for telling my wife to lie in bed?
Better keep it and buy a football for your boy. He'd be grateful to you.
Quick, Mary, take your place.
I sent for him.
You're getting a bit too independent, young lady. You'd better watch out.
Mother was feeling so ill all of a sudden.
Dr. Lawrie is the physician for my house,
He hasn't helped her anyway.
and the other one will. Am I right?
Yes.
Mary, this is no way to speak to your father.
What are you yammering about? Are you talking or am I? How did you get to know him?
At the library. He helped me to choose a book.
I'll throw your trashy novels in the fire, and you'll stay away from the library from now on. And let me tell you this, both of you. If you ask that young pup to my house again, or speak to him or so much as mention his name, may God help you. Where do you think you're going?
Angus asked me to take his tea up.
He's got so much homework to do tonight.
Good lad. Here, give that to me. I'll take it up.
But your own tea will get cold, Father.
You spoilt my appetite anyway.
Oh, it's you, Father.
Don't let me disturb you, my boy. It's a wee bit chilly here for sitting around. And how did you get on at school today?
Quite well, Father.
You're still top of your class.
Not today. Only second.
What? You let somebody beat you? Who was it?
Janet Grierson.
Janet Grierson. That sneaking iron hawker's brat. What in God's name came over you to let the silly girl go above you? No wonder you've not obeyed my orders. You've been playing again instead of working.
No, Father. I wasn't playing. I wasn't playing.
So your trousers got tore by mistake, am I right?
It wasn't my fault, Father. I swear it wasn't. The boys were singing a song. They were making game about our house.
A song about our house? What kind of a song?
Something about our house being like a castle, and you being only a hatter. Hatter's castle. That's what they call our house, Father.
Oh. They do they? There's not a man in Leavenford would have had the gumption to build a house in his own way like your father has. Hatter's Castle. Well, it's a house for a man to live in, just you tell them that.
Yes, Father.
They grudge us being related to the Earl of Winton. Aye, and for being better off and having more brains than them.
Yes, Father.
Well, mind and see that you use them. You'll do double homework tonight.
Yes, Father.
We'll show Leavenford what my clever lad can do. But you'll need to stick into your work. Stick in hard. Aye. Then you'll be a credit to the name of Brodie. The hat and coat.
Will you be in supper, James?
No.
You're never in a night's now. You don't seem to like your home anymore.
Can a man not go to his club to meet his friends in peace and quiet?